Hello guys, and welcome back to another tutorial. In this tutorial I'm going to be showing you how to dualboot Windows 10 and macOS on the same device. So I'm assuming that you already have macOS running on your device, or you wish back to run Windows 10, or better yet, you want to dualboot both systems in the same device. So to do that, you're going to need three things: Rufus application, which is the software that you're going to use to create a bootable USB drive. And then you're going to need the Windows 10 ISO that you're going to write on your bootable drive. And then lastly, you're going to need at least 8 gigs of external hard drive or a USB pen drive. So let's get started. So I'm first going to download the Windows 10 ISO, and I'm going to do that at Get It Into PC. Once you're on the website, just search for Windows 10. And I'm going to use the all-in-one version, which gives us all Windows 10 variations. Then you can select whichever you wanna install for your PC. So scroll down and then click either 64-bit or 32-bit, depending on the system that you're currently using. So for my system, it's currently running on a 64-bit, so I'm going to click 64-bit, and then I'm going to wait for the download to start downloading. Then I'm going to click start download. So depending on your internet speed, it can take a bit of time. So you're going to continue once the download is finished. So for the time being, we're going to download the Rufus application. So you're just gonna search Rufus, and you can download for the operating system that you're running. So I'm going to click for the latest one. Then click open so you can install the application. Then click yes. And as you can see, it's already about to start to prepare the bootable USB drive. So we'll continue once the ISO is finished downloading. So now that the download has been finished, we can continue on to create a bootable USB drive. So I'm gonna close, and now we can select the ISO under the boot selection. So you can see Get It on PC, Windows, disk image file. We're gonna click on the disk image file and click open. And now that the file has been recognized and validated, you can have to then choose the partition scheme. You can either choose MPR or GPT depending on how your drive has been formatted. However, in most cases you can just pick MPR, which will then target the system either by BIOS or UEFI, and in most cases newer devices are on UEFI, so it most commonly choose MPR. However, when installing macOS, what you usually do is to flash the device under the GPT partition scheme. So for that case, we are going to click on GPT. Okay, and they're going to start now creating the bootable USB drive. And you can also ask you to customize the Windows installation, like for example creating a local account with a username, setting regional options, same as the value as the users, so the current system that is currently running at the moment. However, you can just click OK, and then you can see Rufus set detect the ISO if selected contains UEFI bootloader that has been revoked and that will produce a Windows recovery screen. Just click OK, then yes, and it's just going to start creating the bootable drive for you, and then we're going to continue once the process has been finished. So now that the application is finished making the bootable drive, just click close, and then you're going to unmount the drive. And you're now going to move on to our laptop. So before we start installing Windows on the laptop, we first have to create a partition where we are going to install the Windows system. So to do that, you're going to click Go, then you're going to go to Disk Utility, which can be found under Utilities. So under Disk Utility, you can see this is the hard drive that I currently have. It's already in GPT map, which means that this is the current system that we also created for our bootable drive. And what you need to do here is to create a partition where you're going to install Windows, and the way the other one is going to have your macOS. However, for this drive, I've already created the partition where I'm going to install Windows, which is indicated by this red line. And you can also see on the container, yes, the Mac volume as well as the Windows volume, which contains approximately 385 gig. However, if you do not have a partition already created on your device, you can simply click on the hard drive, then click on partition, and this is going to allow you to create a partition that you'd like, and you just name it Windows. Okay, once that is done, you click apply, then it will do the partitioning for you. Okay, so I'm going to close the system and you're going to reboot into the USB and start installing Windows from there on. So I'm just going to click shutdown. So once it's shutting down, we're going to connect our USB drive. Ideally, you want to connect it to a USB 2 port, which ensures that the system installs perfectly. We're going to start up the device and click on the boot menu. From here, we're going to select the USB drive. As you can see, is UEFI vendor core project, which is my USB drive. I'm going to click OK, and as you can see, it has started putting now in the USB where the Windows software is located. And there we are. So you're going to click your language, the language that you want to install, as well as the time and format. So I'm just going to look for South Africa. Then keyboard, I'm going to keep it at US. Then next, then I'm going to click install Windows. Under the Windows setup, you're going to have to select the type of operating system that you want to install, or rather the Windows version that you'd like to install. And you can also see the description, the standard installation, if you already have a license key, or you can click the digital license activation, or you can click on the OEM if you already have a previous original Windows currently running on your system, then this will automatically activate it. However, because we're not having any Windows on our system, we're just gonna click on the digital license activation or the standard activation, and then you have to choose whether you want Windows 10 home version, the pro version, or the education version, and you also get the enterprise. However, for this process, I'm just gonna use the pro version. um, this is the digital license activation, and I'm gonna click next. Then I'm gonna select custom install, and this is the most important step. Remember, we had created partitions, and you can clearly see that partition 2, the one that has 512 gigabytes, was the one that had a macOS system, and then we have a UEFI partition, and the one that we want to install Windows is the one that we named Windows 10. Okay, so you can just click format or click next. I'm just gonna click format it so that there is no system in the or any files in the partition. Once it has been formatted, that means the partition has no information on it. Then you're going to start installing your Windows operating system, and make sure that you're not overwriting your macOS system. Otherwise, you won't be able to dualboot. You're only going to end up having Windows on your drive. Now we just have to wait for the installation to kick in, and then we'll continue afterwards. So during the installation process, your PC will reboot a couple of times before it finalizes the installation. So this is normal. Just wait for it to complete. So we're just gonna continue setting it up quickly. So some of these things you can do them at a later moment as well. So we're going to skip most of them just to save time. Okay, so as you can finally see that we've completed installing our Windows. Just gonna check if everything is working and whether it's activated. Um, and as you can see, Windows is activated with a digital license. Okay, so there's no need for activation or anything. So whenever you install Windows in the BIOS system, is automatically set that it will boot into Windows. However, sometimes it would also want to boot in a macOS device. So what you need to do is to change the settings in the BIOS settings. So that's what we're going to do now. So I'm going to shut down the computer and then boot into your BIOS settings. And then I'm going to enter setup, and then under advanced mode, go to boot setting. As you can see, boot option is set to Windows Boot Manager. I want to change this and select Open Core. Okay, so open code is going to allow you to select whether Windows or Mac OS every time you want to boot your computer. Okay, so I'm going to click save and exit, and save changes and exit. Okay, so we're gonna see if that is going to work. Okay, so there you go. Now you have the option to boot into Windows, Mac. We can even go to recovery. So if you want to go to Windows, you can simply click OK, or if you want to boot into Mac, you can simply click OK. Okay. So that is it for this video. If you like the video, please don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this. Thank you.